What is the biggest hindrance to knowing whether something is your intuition is telling you to move forward, but you might just be scared, or your intuition is saying, hold up, girlfriend, red flag, what are you doing? Hello, everybody. I'm Deanna Durrell, your intuitive relationship coach and spiritual mentor. And in this video, I want to share 3 simple steps that you can do to assess your intuitive signals around a situation. So let me frame this by saying that this situation came to me in the form of a question by a woman who was in the beginning stages of a relationship with somebody, and she was coming up against her own fears. And she said, Deanna, should I go out with him again? Or should I just put the brakes on it? Maybe I'm not even ready for a relationship. And I could just tell the way she was speaking to me that there was a lot of fear going on, right? So here are the steps I gave her, and you can apply them to any area of your life where you're not sure what to do. Step 1 is to do a dump list of everything that you're afraid of, the worst case scenario. Actually write it down by hand. I don't want you to type it. When we write it by hand, we activate our subconscious mind. So in this case, her list looks something like, I'm afraid he's going to leave me. I'm afraid he's going to discover that I'm not as together as he thought I was. I mean, all kinds of crazy things, right? But they're in our body and they're in our mind. So what this does, it gets you out of your head so that you can actually tune into the voice of your intuition. Once you've made your list, step 2 is to actually take action forward, even if you don't think it's the right thing. And this is where I'm going to give you a bit of unconventional advice. So in this case, I advised her to go out with the guy again, go on another date after you've made your fear dump list. And in the act of going out or even preparing for the date, trusting and doing a prayer that her intuition would guide her, right, to know what to do. And sure enough, right, close to the end of the date, she let me know, oh my gosh, he's actually really wonderful. And I realized that I'm scared, right? She went back to her list. I'm really scared that, maybe I'm going to have to change in order to, be a match for him. And so that was the real issue. It wasn't that her intuition was saying this is wrong. She was just coming up against her own insecurity. So step 2 is to actually take the action you're scared to take. And this is where incredible courage and surrender comes into play. And trust that if you are in a situation where you feel unsafe, your intuition is going to tell you. It's going to be very obvious. Then the last step here is to reassess. So pull back from the situation. If this is a relationship or a date we're talking about, I always say there's a lot of information that you can get within the first 5 to 7 minutes after somebody leaves your presence around how you feel. If it's another situation, obviously you may not have that time. It may be a little longer, but just sit with your journal, your piece of paper, and write down, what do I already know about this now, right? What do I know is true? And just do another dump list. And you will see, right, based on what you write, whether it is a valid concern, then you should stay away, or you're just getting in your own way. And that's it. So here are the 3 steps again. Let's just review them quickly. Do a fear dump list. What are you afraid of? Step 2 is to be ballsy and take action no matter what, trusting that the universe is going to let you know if you're going to be in harm's way or this is not right. And step 3 is, as soon as you can after this situation or action concludes, reassess. Now, just a caveat here. When you reassess, it's important to make sure you are hydrated, you are not hungry, you have been well rested, right? You probably don't want to do that assessment after you've had a couple of drinks. So just saying, you want a clear assessment. And the more that you can practice these 3 steps, the easier it will be to tune into your body, tune into your intuitive channels, the way that spirit speaks to you, and feel more confident in whatever area you're questioning. Thank you so much for watching. And now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a situation like that where you're not sure whether it's just fear running the show or an actual red flag you need to pay attention to? If so, what helped you? Share with us in the comments. And if you are not already on the newsletter, Hop on, it is free, and I will send you free weekly updates and tips to help you feel powerful, adored, and loved at DeannaDorrell.com. Thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful, magical week.